Hello, universe. It is I, Mr. Tex. It's been quite a while since my last video, nearly a year. In fact, it's a new year, so Happy New Year, viewers. You might have noticed for the last two videos, I wasn't really there. I was more or less making an advertisement because I was trying something new to gain some funding for a game I'm making. I also, yes, did do a mini devlog, but there wasn't anything in that. It was kind of a small private video. So let me make the announcement clear. I am making a video game. I'm calling it Project Farmer, and the reason why it's called that is a long story, so I'll just skip it. For now, what you need to know is that it's a third-person shooter, it's sci-fi, and I've been working on it for nearly a year now. While I did start in September of 2020 all the way to June, July, I ended development there for a little while because I sold my computer, and I didn't have a computer up until recently, like December, starting of December. That's when I got my PC, new PC, all the latest bits. So now I've officially restarted my development of this game, Project Farmer, and things are going smoothly, but I felt the need to provide an update because I didn't know most people cared about this, but yeah, there was a time I made a comment on a Re-Illusion video talking about, I'm gonna make my own game someday, you're gonna call me, you're gonna say, oh, I remember him, he made this game, it's pretty cool. Yeah. And quite a few people took notice and they kept asking me about how the development is going and things like that, and it's because I don't post devlogs. That's why people can't tell if I was just kidding or if I actually meant what I was saying, which I did. I really did mean what I said. So yeah, on screen should be a gameplay of where I've gotten to. Game development hasn't been easy for me because it's not like I have a school that teaches game development. I have not even bought a course. Everything that you see in the video is what I learned through tutorials. Only tutorials. And not just one, like several. I have to compile them and make them mesh and work. So I spend most of my nights looking like this. Oh my god, why isn't it working? It should be working. I don't understand. What the hell is going on? I know I did everything correctly. Why are you not working? Oh my god, it's working. Why is it working? Why wasn't it working before? What is going on? And that quickly sums up my experience with game development. I never knew programming could be so fulfilling and unfulfilling at the same time. Truly a new feeling and a new experience. Now, I'm not one to make devlogs because I did actually try making devlogs in the past, and honestly I don't even know what you do in a devlog. I've watched several devlogs and it seems like everyone kind of does their own thing. Some people put progress of their game, some people put their personal life on devlogs, some people just, I don't know, it's different. I don't know what a devlog is, so I can't really make them. And you know, it's kind of annoying because I don't always record when I'm programming, because if I were to record that, it would be hours and hours of videos to get through, and I would then have to watch it to cut out the interesting bits. But then again, I would have to explain it to you, and I don't think anyone's interested in me explaining how interpolation and things like that helped me get my camera on track, or dumb things like that. So yeah, I'm also pretty new to this. I mean, I've worked with the engine for 6-7 months, so I'm not new per se, but I don't want to impact the wrong teachings to anybody who's looking for a tutorial on how to do this or that. You know, like if you roam around the Unreal Engine forums or discords, you will always hear people talking about don't use tick, and I use tick. I ignored that because it's so easy. There's a good reason why they say don't use tick, but I use tick for some things, so you can imagine that would kind of clash. So whatever I'm doing is probably not what a professional would teach you or advise you to do. So that's why I'm straying away from devlogs. That's going to the programming bit. Maybe I'll go into devlogs just showcasing, the visual bits. Things like, oh, I made a new level, or oh, I made a new enemy type that's smart, that can do this or do that, and things like that. But my game is mostly a mesh of several models that I bought from Asset Store, several code that I bought from the Assets Marketplace, and yeah, it is what it is. I can't model for shit, I can't draw for shit, so I have to buy these things. Initially, the game was meant to be a portfolio piece for my university, and even the initial game that I said that I showed my university, right? That I showed them, they liked it, and they were like, you know what? Come in, we love it. And I was like, oh my god, it's great, and then I decided to use that game as the base for a full game. I said I want to turn it into a full game, and on screen you should see a video of how the game looked like back then. Then I was just experimenting with Dev Squad's tutorial, and I was doing exactly what he was saying. So I was trying to make a shooting game where you just shoot robots and you play as a SWAT soldier, and I felt that was fine as it was. But no, that's not fine, that's not cool. I wanted things to be better. I don't want a first-person game, I want a third-person game. I want to see my character do shit. And that's how I migrated over from there. I truly cringe at that old project right now, so I'm making a better one. If I have any tips for anyone who's starting out game development, don't be afraid to ask questions. The other day I asked Reddit for advice on how to make a snappy character rotation, and there were a lot of people who sent me advice and was telling me things about interpolation, or telling me about just names of code that I didn't even know was a thing. So I had to go read up on that, but nothing they said I could do, because I didn't even understand what the hell they were saying. Until it took this one guy who made a video who just easily with 2 lines of code, I just boom, it's done. And the results, I love it. I just look at his YouTube channel, it's down there. He has more YouTube subscribers than me, but if you like Unreal Engine tutorials, then check out his channel. He doesn't really do basic tutorials, but more intermediate, things like input buffers and data assets. So you're looking for a guy who can do that, check out his channel. And if you like his videos, do like and do comment, Mr. Tech sent me here. Thank you. And I also need to explain why I was doing those advertisements. You see, I'm funding this game out of my own pocket, and I'm also learning out of my own pocket. So it's safe to say I bought a lot of assets that I didn't necessarily need, but it's a learning thing. I prefer coding to modeling or animation, even though I really want to do animation, but it just doesn't work. Look at this video. I've been using Manny as my avatar for the video, but as you can see, it's 10 minutes long. I just can't animate a 10-minute smooth animation video. That's why I'm using frame things to animate it. It's crazy. So I ended up working with CC Studio, which is these 2 guys who make awesome 3D models, and check them out on ArtStation. The models are really cheap to use, to get, but I make them work in Unreal Engine. So if you want to use these models in Unreal Engine as a playable vehicle, then I've got 2 cars on my ArtStation store, and you can download them, and they are just easy plug and play, migrate. They use chaos physics in case you don't have that enable chaos vehicle physics in your project before migrating. And there will probably be more cars in the future. That's when I get the time. Well, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I've casually announced my game, and I casually thanked Games and Bacon. So, mission accomplished, and here is the update you asked for. So, now you know I'm making a game, and I will try to make a devlog someday. Is this going to be the last video of 2022? I sure hope not, but let's see how it goes. Later.